What's up, guys? Has Levan Saginashvili made a crucial mistake? Is he about to come undone? The biggest arm wrestling match in history is oh so close now, and the pressure is ramping up. But we're going to go through that and more in this episode or this video. So sit back, enjoy, because oh my goodness, this is a big one.
Devon, it's time.
She looked like a 415-pound pussy.
Try to get bigger, but it is not gonna help you.
Dude signed a piece of paper and didn't read it.
I see you all North Americans.
I worry this guy is just gonna continue to let me down. Don't let me down, Levan.
I actually think Levan is actually crazy.
All right, guys. So, we are so close to this match, and we all know, this is a big match. It's the biggest match. It's the biggest match I've ever seen. The build-up's crazy, and I'm a little worried. I don't know. I'm worried for the Levan fans. I'm worried he's not taking it as seriously as he needs to. Look, there's not been a lot on social media from Levan Saginashvili in the last weeks and months since his argument with Devon over the rules unfolded. He's kind of gone dark. But what we have seen emerge is that he's taking it easy. He's on holidays. He's in the pool. He's whitewater rafting. All those sorts of things. He's chilling. There's two sides to that. One, it could mean that the man is so ridiculously damn confident and calm and collected, and he has got it under control. Or the other side is the dangerous side, where he could be too complacent. He could be making an error. He could be allowing things to unfold by not taking his opponent, Devon Larratt, seriously enough. So what I wanted to focus on in detail in this video is I wanted to go through what could possibly go wrong on the day. How Levan could stuff this up. Because, yeah, he doesn't want to lose this match. The dude's the favorite, and he should win. We all know that. Levan's the favorite, and he should win. Pressure is on Levan to win. All right, guys, let's do it. Okay, so to spell it out, Levan is the favorite. Let's clarify that. Without any doubt, he is the favorite, regardless of the polls and the way that they've been unfolding, which, for that matter, have been swinging heavily towards Devon. The truth is, Levan's the favorite. We all need to know that and recognize that. And I think deep down we do. I mean, Devon is an amazing arm wrestler, and we'll get to that. But Levan he's in a territory that no one's ever taken it before, and he is the favorite. We've established that. Now, when you are the favorite in an arm wrestling match, there's a different pressure on you. There's a pressure to perform and just retain your dominance and just not make mistakes. It's always said to be easier to climb than it is to keep the up-and-comers down. Now, Levan has not long been at the top. In terms of how many matches he's had, look, yes, he is number one, but he hasn't had that many matches. So his experience level at doing this is young. So that's the first point. This is all new territory for Levan. This is not comfortable. He hasn't done this many times before. And then his opponent that he's doing it against, Devon Larratt, is probably the most chaotic, most crazy hype building up opponent that he could have possibly had. There isn't a more difficult opponent in terms of the mental preparations than Devon Larratt. And what Devon is bringing is throwing a spanner in the works for Levan. Now, Levan has taken the approach of, okay, go dark on it, social media, essentially stay off it. He's only made a couple of posts, if that, since. They went through their whole saga on the referees and the rules, and it's king of the table 2 rules. So it is the auto strap. That will be bugging him on the inside. But look, end of the day, he's gone dark, he's gone quiet, and just said, look, we'll let the arm wrestling do the talking. In the few times that he has popped up, whether it be on Neil Pickup's show or via an Instagram post or whatever, he's making the points clear that he's just going to let the arm wrestler do the talking. But he's very relaxed. He's in the pool. He's off adventuring. He's taking it easy. He does appear like he may be taking it a little too casually. Now, if he is taking it too casually, he runs the risk of really losing control. Now, we are not in the Zloty Tour. We're not under rigid rules of PAL. We're under King of the Table 2 rules. And Bill Collins, if we know anything about how he historically referees for King of the Table, it's fair to say that Devon Larratt is going to have opportunity to do what Devon Larratt does best. That's cause chaos. Extend the setups. If we have a look at go back and have a look at the setup that happened with John Brzenk. Round 1, John Brzenk and Devon Larratt. I don't know, what did it take, 5 minutes or something to get that match started? That was crazy. I expect more of the same. I expect more of that. Particularly in the early rounds when Devon Larratt is hunting and searching for that crack in Levan's game. I expect a lot of that. And now, look, all things being fair, this is signed under King of the Table. I expect Bill Collins to be very much the same. I expect the same degree of leniency as we've seen in all of the King of the Table events so far. So I don't think Levan is quite ready for that. I don't think he is. How does Levan deal with that? Look, here's what he shouldn't do. If Levan engages, if Levan gets flustered, if Levan gets caught up in the games, he's in trouble. He has to balance and has to be very careful not to go too hard, but not to just relax either. If he just sits there and relaxes and waits for the start to happen, Devon Larratt will walk all over him and he will never start. He'll take it close to a start and then he'll take it away from it. Then he'll take it close to a start and then he'll take it away from it. And every time he takes it close to a start, Levan will muscle up. He has to. He will. He can't not. He will. And every time he muscles up, it's fatigue. It's one step closer for Devon. Now, the other approach that Levan could take is, I'm the stronger guy. I'm taking center. I'm just controlling you. Bully, 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 bully. Look, this approach, Devon doesn't mind either. If he does the hardcore bully, look, he's spending fuel quicker, but he's hoping now for Bill to start the match. Now, if that happens, Devon is going to be being dominated. Okay, Levan's stronger. Remember this, Levan is stronger. He will be dominating Devon if he's doing that in the setup. But again, Devon won't start the match. Devon will just never put his elbow down. He'll drag and whatever, and he'll talk and he'll talk and he'll talk. Levan has to be very aware of what he's going into. He's signed under the King of the Table 2 rules. The precedent has been set previously of what that means. Levan needs to float perfectly between going too hard and too easy. Levan's mental approach is, we don't know. It's yet to be revealed. All we know is he's off on a holiday relaxing. He's taking it easy. That to me, like I said, it's either going to backfire because of complacency or it's going to be perfect. Now, of course, we have to explore the other side of the spectrum. Levan may be doing everything perfectly on point. He's probably taking notes from Denis Saplenkov. If we recall, Denis Saplenkov on the left arm dominated Devon. He dominated Devon, and he looked very relaxed in the setups. What Denis Saplenkov did was just chill, relax, wait for the refs to square us up, go. But the critical difference was, well, there's two. One is that we've already mentioned it, was Devon's left arm. Not the same. And it was under very rigid rules of the PAL. Okay, that approach will not work in King of the Table. If you just relax completely, you will be starting in an inferior position. Devon Larratt knows that. I'm not sure Levan does yet. Anyway, this is all kind of crazy stuff for me. It's fun. It's hectic. I don't know. I don't know if Levan's going to do this. I've been looking at the polls, and as I said, look, the overwhelming trend in the polls is it's moving towards Devon being the favorite. And I mean, it is. He is the favorite now on the polls. The reality is, though, I'm sure if you polled only pro arm wrestlers, they would say Levan is very much the favorite. And look, it is. Levan should win, but Devon might win. That's where I'm at right now. Levan should win, but Devon, oh my goodness, he might. He just might. I want to know, what do you guys reckon? Has Levan done the right thing in this lead up? Has he done the wrong thing in this lead up? Is he setting himself up for failure? Keep an eye on the polls, guys. I've got a poll being released every day that talks about this confidence. I want to know where your confidence levels are at, because it's interesting. All will be revealed very soon. Levan and Devon will collide. June 25. Commentary for it will be right here, so make sure you guys do join and stick around, because we're going to hang out here and we're going to talk about this live. We're going to have our Core Sports pay-per-view up and running. That's going to be doing its thing, and we're going to be here. I'm going to have a bunch of people in the room. We're going to have Lachlan Adair in here with me. We're going to have Hollywood Matt Connolly here with me. We're going to have a bunch of people here, and we're going to be going through this match. We're going to be talking with you guys, catching up, digesting all this as it unfolds. This most historic match will unfold, and it's going to be crazy, so I had to pack the room. Don't miss it, guys. It's huge. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I'm finding it harder and harder, genuinely harder and harder to have a strong feeling one way or the other. It's at the point where I just don't know. I don't know. And I think the fact that I don't know helps Devon. I don't know. I just feel like Levan must be having that same feeling. I know Devon's nervous too. Devon is definitely nervous. I saw hints of him being not as confident as he normally is in recent videos. I saw him saying, "I hope I've done enough. I hope I've done enough." That shows you he's walking into the unknown. He's going into the dark against Levan. Levan on the other side, he's probably confident he's strong enough. But as it gets closer, he's going to start to think like, am I? What if the match stops? What if he gets a King's move in? Am I? I don't know. Are you? So much to come. Guys, June 25. Don't miss it. Levan Saginashvili versus Devon Larratt is one of those matches where the instant you hear it being announced, you stop, you go, whoa.
Levan Saginashvili is the largest, most powerful human to ever step to the arm wrestling table.
This is arguably the most important. It's definitely the most talked about arm wrestling match in the world.
This shows you the type of man that Devon Larratt is. I mean, he wants the fight that everybody says is impossible for him to win.
Can Devon Larratt pull off the greatest upset in the history of arm wrestling? That's the real question.
It's absolutely possible. It's absolutely possible. Levan, you need to get bigger.
Levan has never lost a single round in a super match. He has a perfect record. This match is Levan crushing Devon 6-0.
Devon, you have to get smaller.
One of the most intriguing stylistic matchups the sport has ever seen. On one hand, fundamental brute force power. On the other side, absolute tactician master. A defensive counter-attacking, squeezing the life out of his opponent ability.
If you're betting with your money and your brain, you're going Levan. But if you're betting with your heart and you want a comeback story and you want the internet to break and you want talking points from generation to generation, you pick Devon Larratt.
If ever there's an opportunity for the tide to turn, that's, I think, where he'll never get it back.
6-0 Levan. Devon has no chance in hell in this match.
Devon Larratt wins this, and they're probably going to need a silver bullet to solve it.
Without question, the biggest and most important match in arm wrestling history.
I will show him things that he's not seen before. I will.
Devon Larratt may well be the most complex arm wrestler alive, but Levan Saginashvili is another level of power. What he can move in the gym, what he can move on the table, this guy is not like everyone else. This guy is different. This guy is an absolute freight train.
Levan is the absolute epitome of a monster at the top of the mountain of the world of arm wrestling. This guy has never lost a single round in an arm wrestling super match. He is an absolute monster when it comes to arm wrestling. He is the king, he is the god, he is the ruler of all others. For Devon Larratt to even have a chance at winning a single round, it is going to take absolutely everything he has and almost a miracle.
Devon Larratt versus Levan Saginashvili. The match that is much more than just a match. The match that pits one side of the world versus the other. One way of thinking versus the other.
It has divided the whole world, the whole internet, whatever side you choose in this battle. It has almost become pure hatred on the other side. Is Levan, arguably the strongest arm wrestler to ever be on the table, able to conquer Devon Larratt, or is it Devon can do what no other person can do? Not only take a round off Levan, but win the match.
Everybody's beatable. Everybody's beatable. Levan is incredible. He is what this modern peak of arm wrestling represents.
Devon Larratt.
Devon Larratt, yeah. Everyone wants Devon Larratt, yeah.
Yes.
You know, where Levan is at in terms of his legacy in the sport is a truly phenomenal place. He doesn't have many more things left to do on the list to establish what is one of the most impressive legacies ever in the sport. The man has gone undefeated in his supermatch career after rising to the top through WAF tournaments, and he has looked untouchable since. What he is wishing for in facing Devon Larratt is somewhat seen as the final test. It's somewhat seen as that, okay, can you defeat? Devon Larratt is the wizard of arm wrestling. He is the ultra-spiritual athlete who has never stopped searching for greater and deeper levels of technique and mastery in the sport. If Levan Saginashvili can conquer Devon Larratt, his legacy is set in stone.
Devon Larratt versus Levan Saginashvili is a very important match, not just for the outcome, but as a turning point potentially for the arm wrestling community. You're going to have before Devon and Levan and after Devon and Levan, regardless of who wins. But the outcome, the person that does win, is going to push things forward in a certain direction. That is probably more interesting to me than who the winner is going to be. Where are we as a community going to be 3 months after, 6 months after, a year after?
An absolute defining moment for the sport. Devon Larratt, he commands armies of fans from the West. Levan Saginashvili, his loyal followers sit back, watch, and proclaim their superiority from where they stand. This match is going to totally give one side of the arm wrestling world's fans every single piece of evidence they need to stand and not only yell, but proclaim confidently that their region of the world, that their guy is the king of arm wrestling and is truly number one in the world.
But it is one thing for sure, it is going to be one of the best, one of the most talked about matches in arm wrestling history. Ready, bang!
Levan Saginashvili versus Devon Larratt, King of the Table 4, 25th June, only on pay-per-view.
Hey, and Levan, keep getting bigger, buddy.